Still Big Brother 9, just season 9, no Loose Guard. So in week 9, Biggie told the housemates to freeze, and former evicted housemates as Rhutee, Chinwe and Dami entered the house as ninjas. Biggie asked the housemates to nominate 2 housemates each for possible eviction. 9 individual housemates were up for eviction in week 9. The 9 individual housemates who were up for eviction were Anita, Kassia, Nelly, Ocee, Onyeka, Osi, Topher, Victoria and Wani were asked to stand for possible eviction. The unpaired housemates with the lowest votes were evicted. That's Kassia, Ocee and Topher. All right, so Kassia Sule, half of the double K pair, 30 years old, from Delta State, wife to Kelly Ray, and also Osi Oseloka Mbaduwe, one half of the Mbaduwe twins, 37 years old, and from Imo State, and also Topher, that's Joseph Basi Christopher, half of the Ocee pair, 24 years old, from Akwa Ibom State, and friend to Sod. So we have the 3 evicted housemates as Rhutee, Chinwe and Dami, who were asked to leave the Big Brother house before the live eviction show on Sunday. And also we have Kassia, Ocee and Topher. How you guys doing this morning?
Morning, welcome.
Good morning,
Yeah.
guys.
Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
Oh yeah, happy Independence
So
Day. Yeah,
it's definitely Independence Day. Welcome to the morning rush. You guys have been out of the house now. Very welcome. We've been out of the house now for 48 hours. Yeah, so that's a lot of time to obviously get your phones back, see what's been going on in the world of social media, so on and so forth. In everything that you've seen, because we've seen things that you guys may not have been privy to within the house. What has been the biggest shock or the biggest surprise for you guys?
Let's start with the ladies first.
I don't,
Just come close to the mic, please. Thank you.
I don't think I've gotten
Any shock? Okay.
aside from the fan base. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting that. I thought people would misjudge me.
Why?
Yeah,
Because you're married?
not just because I'm married,
Yeah.
because of the conflicts in the house. Yeah, so I felt I would be misjudged.
Okay.
Though I was misjudged,
Okay.
but
You're taking it, just
Yeah.
what's off the duck's back, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Fair.
So Ocee, we have the same name, but your Ocee is spelled differently. You just move the mic to yourself.
Oh, twin.
Well, what's your full name?
Oh, my name is Osikena, actually.
Okay, my name is Oseloka, obviously.
Osiweka.
Oseloka.
Oseloka.
Yes.
Okay, so they call you Ocee.
Yes.
Fantastic. How you doing, man? It's crazy. So, a lot of people, it came as a shock to a lot of people to see you in the house, though. I've seen you around, movies, in Abuja, in Lagos, active, around the entertainment scene. So a lot of people will say that, it was at the point where you've been able to grow a personal brand for yourself, going into the Big Brother house. A lot of people saw it as more or less like a downgrade in a way. So what's your take on that, though?
Well, I mean, I didn't. First of all, that's the problems.
Okay, yeah, you wanted to curse there. I like the way you held yourself back.
I want to say that's the business.
Okay, yeah.
The truth is that one of the biggest platforms on the continent can never be a downgrade.
Okay.
And also, me and my brother, we like to challenge ourselves. And this was a very big challenge. I don't know how people look at it, but once you go into that house, you do 7, 8, 9 weeks, you know that is a challenge. And
Right.
I think we came through with flying colors, in my opinion.
Okay, cool. That's fantastic. So, hi, Topher. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
ladies, man, it seems like every lady wanted to have a piece. So, how did you deal with all that attention coming from, there was Dami at one that, at a point, and that situation you were with in the house. So, how were you dealing with all the, attention you're getting from other females?
I'll just say I want to bless the name of the Lord.
Not the Lord.
But the thing is that with most of them was just pure friendship.
Okay, what's the status between you and Anita? What's that?
Ooh, let's get right on into it.
We
Osi.
have a special bond.
Okay, so
when she's out to explore.
So when you say special bond, so is it Ocee and his brother have a special bond? They are brothers. You understand? Me and Bibi, we have a special bond. We're colleagues. So
Yeah.
can you define that special bond?
We just have a very, very rare connection.
When you say rare, can you define it? I'm not letting you out of this one.
You gotta talk about it.
So what kind of connection? Do you like her? Do you love her? Do you see yourself exploring like a well-rounded relationship?
So the thing is that when she's out,
You've not still answered the Has he answered the question?
I guess they're trying to figure things out.
Oh, is that
They're
what
probably in
it
that
is?
space where
but yeah, I definitely do like her.
You like her
Okay.
like a lot.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you dating anybody outside the house?
No.
You sure? Or I just somebody that's dating.
Do you know something?
I'm wondering.
It's like, does Osi know something?
Yeah, because the way the girls are just all over him and everything. So I'm just like, okay, I'm sure
Definitely, ladies, man. Love to see it. Speaking of relationships within the house, obviously, Kassia, you were there with your husband.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple of things that I want to talk about, because first of all, what is it like going into that kind of space? We're living with so many other different people, personalities from all sorts of walks of life. Not only are you there, but you're there with your man.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you didn't tell the other housemates that was your man.
Yeah.
You
I've
kept
got a
saying that
couple
they were
questions.
friends.
Yeah, you kept saying that you were friends. So first of all,
Friends-zoned your husband.
what was it like being in that kind of space with your husband? And second of all, why were you reluctant to share the nature of your relationship?
Okay, the reason we decided to hide our relationship from the house was that we didn't want the housemaid to accord us with that this certain respect of couple, like married.
Okay.
Yeah, just the way they did to TJ. And we didn't want them to isolate themselves from us as well. So that was the reason behind the whole thing. Not like it was really
intentional
strategy.
too. Okay. Because a lot of people were saying, and this is something that actually happened in the last interview.
Yeah.
We had TJ sitting in the exact same seat that you're sitting in now, and he mentioned that he thinks that Kassia and Kelly Raii strategy. Why do you feel like, and he's not the only one that had that, shared those sentiments. He also was like-minded with Sean. Sean also, I think, said the same thing. So why do you think the other housemates saw yourself and your husband as strategists? What do they call them? Man-dem
thinking.
Man-dem, whatever it is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man-dem, yeah. So why do you think the other housemates kind of perceived you guys as that?
Honestly, I can't answer for them.
Okay.
Why they perceive us like that. I mean, I don't know why they perceive us that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about
it wasn't like a strategy.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you talked about a lot of altercations that you had in the house. It seems like you had quite a few yourself. So what did you think? Because I'm of the opinion that because I went to boarding school, so I'm of the opinion that when you put people in a very enclosed space, as long as people are exhibiting their day-to-day characters, they're bound to be conflict and altercations. So and I wonder why Nigerians that keep saying, oh, the show is boring and people are not showing their real self. So when there's altercation, they start saying, oh, you're toxic and all of that. So why did you think that as a result of the altercations that you had in the house, people were going to view you differently now that you're out?
It was actually because of the way it played out.
Okay.
Yeah, like my conversation with Suwani.
Yeah.
Because she came to me and she was like, I know someone that would nominate you, and I'm very sure that we are going to nominate that person as well.
Okay.
Then I told her that no, I wasn't going to nominate her because before the whole fight started, she already knew that it was me that said it. She could have just walked up to me like, why did you say this? Even if she wants to yell at me, she would have done that. But instead, she just sat somewhere. She stood somewhere and she was screaming, if you are the one that said that parrot thing, like, girl, you know the person. Why not just walk up
Come
to
up
me?
to them, say
So
it
like she
directly.
was, I just feel she was trying to get the highlights from the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
So I felt like, since she was trying to get this highlight from me, I think I should give her more. So instead of nominating her to go, she should stay. But I feel like the viewers saw it wrongly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
So Osi, and there was also a little bit of an altercation when I think yourself, Dami and Rhutee too, after the party. So Dami's put out a video, apologizing for that though. So what's your take on all of that?
Me, I always start these issues with #matured. Because what's my issue? I mean, she put out an apology.
Yeah.
So did Rhutee,
Yeah.
I believe. So, like, for me, it's water under the bridge. Those are not the type of things that I would lose sleep on.
Okay.
But at that moment in the house, obviously, we had just come from the Saturday night bedu. We had some fine Guinness and some other fine spirits. Big Brother and Naija sponsors. So, I think at that point, there was already this, so before they came in, to be fair, I think by week 7, week 8, there was already a harmony in the house.
Yeah.
We didn't all have to like each other, but there was a harmony.
People understood how to get along.
Yes.
Yeah.
We knew how to approach tasks. We knew how to respect each other, etc., etc. You know, so they came in and they immediately started to try and disrupt the harmony, you know, which is fair. But I could already sense, especially from by the time they came in, we were preparing for one of our weekly wager tasks, and there was already an argument between Chinwe and Nelly already, which already messed up the preparations and things like that. So I could sense that, and it almost got physical, if I recall. So I could sense that those kind of things were about to happen, and obviously Rhutee had an issue with the twins and da. So there was all this conversation and all this noise. It seemed like everywhere I went in the house, I was hearing somebody explaining or somebody saying this or somebody saying that. So it didn't concern me, but it was getting irritating. And they also came back into the house with certain narratives about me and my brother creating alliances and not being loyal instead of taking accountability for the fact that maybe the other housemates didn't like you and things like that. So when I came back from the Saturday night bedu, I was talking to Dami about that particular situation and telling her to take accountability instead of saying we betrayed her, etc., etc. And I'm like, even your friend Chinwe self-admitted there that she voted for you. And then somehow Rhutee got involved, and I'm like, look, I think at that point, me and my brother decided we can take the heat better than, let's say it had been passed to Wani or Nelly. So in that process, things got out of hand. Some things were said, I don't want to repeat, that got me heated.
Yeah.
And then, of course, anybody that knows me knows I'm a gentleman. I'll never do anything physical, but Big Brother decided to say freeze.
Yeah.
Should have said freeze when they were squaring up to me, but he said freeze when it escalated, and it diffused the situation. Eventually, I removed myself from the situation. That was it.
Okay.
That's that.
They're apologizing, so I think I was vindicated.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Did you feel any pressure going into the house, especially to live up to your name? Because I mean, your family name is quite a strong and powerful name, especially in Lagos, in Nigeria. Did you feel like you had to, I don't know, behave a certain type of way to uphold the name and the family also?
I mean, my last name has been Mbadiwe. My last name has been Mbadiwe my whole life. So I didn't go in there with any type of pressure. But I went in there being very self-aware as to, like he said earlier, I was, he said, you see me around. I was already had like one foot in the entertainment industry.
Right.
So I already knew that sometimes there's a perception
Right.
that people have without getting to know me and my brother. So one of the reasons why we went on there was to show a different side of the Mbadiwe twins, which of course, you know, we go way back. And, but I also found out when I got in there was that there was 28 other people from all different walks of life. And so something I discovered in the house is that there's something that a lot of Nigerians identify with, which is the being looked down on. But nobody ever talks about looking up at somebody. Right. Which I feel like is just as bad. Okay. Because you're judging somebody, you don't know where they come from. Right. You don't know, people don't even know where I was born. Absolutely. I heard a lot of things like, they know born us for UK, this, that, this. I was born in Lagos, in Obalende, for example. I just stand through. So there was all those type of things, and I felt like many times you could tell by the type of jokes and conversations me and my brother were having that people weren't even realizing that we were just trying to kind of demystify ourselves to make it easier for people to understand us. But, you know, in the beginning, we were very misunderstood. I think by the end, people understood us. Some people didn't, but that's the nature of the game.
Amen. Not everybody's gonna understand. Not everybody's gonna, you know, get it.
So Topher, hi, how you doing? Love the hat, by the way.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah, cool. So, like I said, it seems like you're in a lot of triangles in the house. And there was a thing going. What's the connection between you and Onyeka, though? Yeah, you always like to comment on, you know. Yeah, I can't say that on the radio. It's like 9:30 in the morning. Yeah, yeah.
Onyeka was
amazing lady, by the way. Beautiful. Yeah. We agree on something.
Yeah, extremely cool person. She was cool with a lot of people in the house, but I was closer to her sister as well. Okay. And we connected strongly in the second week, and when I got serious with somebody else in the house, I had to like step away from that. Okay. A little bit.
Okay. So, but did you guys have any connection of some sort?
No, zero.
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
Connection.
There was nothing.
There was nothing there.
Oh, really? I could swear, I saw it a different way. because of the kind of conversations you used to have, from time to time.
There's nothing there.
But how about with Dami though? She, I think during the party when you guys were dancing or something, as she said you guys were friends, before. So are you guys going to still explore that friendship now that you have the house?
So we have unfinished conversations.
When you say unfinished conversations, how do you?
No, because like the last conversation we had was, she was literally asking now, am I still open to being friends with her?
Okay.
And
by friends, if friends with
no, just like she's my guy.
Oh, okay.
But then when she came into the house and she was doing the whole my man thing, I had to pull her aside and say, yo, what's up? What's going on? You're my guy. Why are you acting this way? But yeah, we're cool. Okay. And I just hope she sees it that way.
Okay, cool, fantastic. So just before you went into the house, what were you doing there?
I had a fashion company.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a typical fashion guy.
Okay.
Hosting red carpets, which most of that I showed it in the house as well with our task.
Okay. Yeah.
I was on the red carpet. At a very young age as well, I was doing a bit of acting. I worked in a global PR agency as well.
Okay.
So that's where I met my duo.
Okay.
Suj.
Okay. That's how to pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
When you say face value, you call it Suj or something.
Oh, nice. Suj. Okay. So we have like PR. We have a background in PR, and that's where we met. And even with that, we worked with a lot of international global brands as well. So just having that background going into the house, there was a lot more. Even with our age, being quite young in the house as well. But the thing is that we had a lot of experience
already before going into the house.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. So Osi, now that you're out though, so I'm guessing nightlife, I'm guessing movies. Maybe add one more piercing to your ear. Make it 3 instead of 2. Yeah.
It's a funny story about my piercing.
Yeah, please let's hear it though.
Obviously, when I was young, my mom is very traditional.
Yeah.
She was not into piercings, tattoos. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So when my brother got his ears pierced, he got his ears pierced before me.
Yeah.
And he told me the reaction was that basically my mom stopped talking to him for a while. He wasn't welcome back home. That's how bad it was. Not in a bad way, but just she was that upset. So I was like, do you know what? Let me just go and pierce.
Yeah.
I can think of. And then you can just be angry one time.
Yeah.
Then, but see, I don't always wear my ear, like all of them. But when I was in the house, I thought, let me just experiment.
So you pierced the other one when you were in the house?
No, I didn't pierce it.
Okay.
Already
You did everything
okay, one time.
These are. It's not like I haven't worn them for some of them for years, like this one, this one. But as I was in the house, I was like, whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
It's a part of the steez. It's a part of the steez. All right, Kassia.
No. We need to ask him what's going to be up tonight.
Yes, now that you're out of the house.
Okay. Well, obviously, before I left the house, I think before I left the house, me and my brother had just completed a movie.
Okay.
It's probably not out yet.
Yeah, what's it called?
It's called On Different Grounds.
On Different Grounds.
Yeah, it's got a few legends in there.
Okay,
well.
so you guys like executive produced it?
No, we were in the movie.
Okay, as actors.
Yeah, as actors. It's got like Nkemo, Bob Manuel, Bello Caro, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind exploring that route.
Okay.
Obviously, I've done a lot of like I've done runways, modeling. What do you call it? I was in the nightlife, but I can see myself going more of an
day life.
I don't know what the thing about me and my brother, we've always been in the day life.
Yeah.
It's just that we can function at night.
At night too as well. Okay.
But I've always seen myself as somebody that I want to take my brand continental, and do things like leadership type of initiatives, mentorships, youth type of programs, those type of things, legacy building programs, basically.
See you in a different light, not just the entertainment space. I love that.
I'm about to be a father somehow. In a different direction.
True. All right, Kassia, how about yourself? Future plans?
Oh, okay. You already know that I own a cosmetic line, Kassia Botanica. So the plan is to expand more. So first, I would be rebranding. Yeah, so we are coming out stronger and better this time around, and also going into fashion as well, then acting, any good thing that life gives.
Okay.
I'm ready to grab it all.
Opportunities and possibilities. I love that.
We'll come back to that. So to Osi, there was kind of a connection between you and Onyeka, right, in the house.
No, it was.
No, when I say connection,
Osi.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's your brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, the funny thing is that when people
When
people come up from this show,
Yeah.
they're just going to realize that all these narratives they've been creating for weeks.
Yeah.
And some people in the show have fueled themselves. It's like people are trying to make it seem like all of a sudden I don't know who my brother is.
Yeah.
I've always come from the opinion that these things find him, and it's not his responsibility to, it's not always your responsibility to swat things away.
Yeah.
Especially if they keep circling you, and in your heart, you know you're coming from a genuine intention, like friendship type of angle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if people actually watch legit conversations that my brother has with some of these people, you will see, you have to look at the character, then look at the conversations, not just look at your idea of what do you think a relationship between a man and a woman is.
Yeah.
You know, any small flirt here, or I like it, you know, or any small enabling, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So you asked me if I had a connection with Onyeka. Of course, I had a strong connection with Onyeka because I thought she was cool. Yes, she was playing, she was strategic.
Yeah.
Just like I'm finding out damn near almost everybody in the house was, apart from me and my brother.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I was cool with her. But I could see through a lot of the stuff that she was doing. But I'm like, okay, that's not my brand and that's not my style to move forward. But if that works for you, cool. And then obviously I was very cool with her sister as well. So just by virtue of that.
Yeah, you guys were cool. Okay, cool. That's fantastic. So, Kassia, I'm sure you miss your husband, right?
Of course, I do. I miss him a lot.
I see. And you're rooting for him to bring back home the money.
Yeah.
If
definitely.
not,
if not, you go collect.
Without a shadow, without Ocee, you're also rooting for Ocee to bring it home.
Yeah, not only am I rooting for him, like I couldn't be more proud of him. I wish he knew. Well, they allowed the family members to send them videos yesterday. I'm sure the video my family members sent him would have given him a boost to let him know that the people that matter the most to you are extremely proud of the way you carried yourself and the way we both of us represented each other in the house. And
absolutely.
just being in the finals, you've won. The bread obviously is a bonus, but
yeah,
that
makes a lot of sense. So to Topher, I just want to say, a lot of people actually have this very weird mentality, like when you go into like a reality show like this, as regards, you need to come up with like a strategy. And even aside the viewers and also the people who are in the house, I think they get lost in trying to keep up with maybe a strategy or a persona that they even forget to even just have a good time while they are there, trying to make genuine connections, trying to just have fun all the way. So do you think because of all the narratives that have been spread online, especially for the people that get into the house, they're under this immense pressure to act a certain way, have certain conversations, be a certain way. And maybe from your own, from this season, we've seen that a lot of the houses are very cautious as regards, how they carry themselves, because they don't want to come out and people saying, you are a gossip or you're this. Meanwhile, maybe it was a game that you were playing. So do you think the narratives online actually tend to hold back the participants from actually just going all out and being themselves on the show?
Definitely. But for me, it was, I noticed it with early weeks. People loosened up like along the line, yeah. But with most people, you even see them talking to you about certain things and be looking at the camera and be saying, I'm like, what are you doing? Like the conversation, they want to say some things, but they can't. Or you ask them something, they're like, I can't really answer. There's also some conversations that it looks scripted. That, okay, today I'm coming to talk to Topher about this. And this is how I'm going to talk to him. If you should ask me about this, I won't be able to speak about this. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't have the time for that.
Right? It definitely felt like this season was a whole lot more. People were aware that they were in a reality show and that everything was being captured by camera. Coupled with the fact that everybody went in with pairs. So people went in with somebody that they were familiar with, close enough to. And so you didn't really see that unhinged nature. Some of the conversations that took place online was around people saying that this season was quite boring. What do you guys have to say to that? I'll start with you, Kassia.
For this season, I feel they picked very matured people. That was the reason they feel, they were boring, because we are kind of mature and we tend to handle conflict easily, unlike the previous season. So we don't tend to drama all the time, fight. So whenever like you have like an issue with someone, you just call the person aside, you just trash it out. So that was it in the house. So it wasn't like the previous season. So I think it was a maturity, because for this season they picked how would I put this word? like the age they picked this year.
Slightly older.
Yeah, it was quite high compared to
previous
seasons.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. All in all, I think it's been an entertaining season so far. Congratulations on you guys making it so far in the house. It's no small feats being in a house like that, completely cut off from friends, family, with strangers. Yeah. It's not easy, and I'm sure your mental is is recovering as we speak. But I'm super excited to see what you guys each come up with in the future, and you know what you guys use the platform to achieve and whatnot.
Yeah, and to Topher, to all the ladies too. So I want to see how you navigate all of that though. Because you're here unassuming, but I'm just like behind those shades. Yeah.
Once again, we bless the name of the Lord.
It's all good. It's 9:51. Thank you guys so much for taking our time to be in here today. That's Ocee, Kassia, and Topher as well.
Thank you guys for having us.
No problem. Anytime, man. Yeah. So yes, Gino is called Intentions, and all the best to your husband too as well. So
and your twin,
and to your twin, and to your.
Suge.
Okay, cool. So to all your better halves, let's put it that way. Wishing you guys all the best, and it's up from here on.